Listen, bro. The best up-and-coming black actor just got found guilty.
Jonathan Majors.
A.K.A. King, a.k.a. Creed 3. I forgot who his character was. Yo, he was actually wild in Creed 3. He was in Apollo. Apollo was the dad. It was Creed dad. But yeah, man, I believe he was probably the next best thing coming out after Michael B. Jordan, to be honest.
Yeah, he was right there with him.
Yeah, he was right there with him. So we gonna see what Abel Peach got to say about it. Truthfully, his career. Y'all know how that go. White woman, black man. Y'all know what's gonna happen already, man.
Of somebody who hired either A, an incompetent lawyer, or B, ran with a really bad strategy for their defense. That's right, sisters. This ain't our fight. This one ain't one of ours. Sit this one out, sisters.
You said the same thing with Pirates of the Caribbean. You said the same thing. I said they're going to call back Johnny. And they called back Johnny. You said either...
No, they didn't. They didn't call him back. Jonathan Majors, a lot of folks wanted us to cover it. I did some readings on it. If you aren't aware who Jonathan Majors is...
It's a star.
I've never seen any of his movies, so I didn't know who he was for a long time.
Come on, man.
But essentially, this guy was like the face of the MCU.
Yeah, but that boy was over every Marvel thing, bro. Because they were running the story through him. He was supposed to be the next big villain. Yeah. So now the whole MCU is like at a pause right now.
Didn't they change like the title for the next?
Yeah, they changed the title.
He was basically running it because everything they were coming out with was trash.
Yeah, he had some part of it. Loki, he came out, he had a part of it. Kang Dynasty that's coming up, he had a part of it. Secret Invasions, he got a part of it. Like literally everything, he has a part of it. Because he's basically the one running the whole universe. So if you fire him, I don't see how they gonna continue it. I'm telling you, Marvel's about to meet DC all the way down here.
Roiled in some domestic and the costing of everything, went to trial, and just a few days ago he was found guilty on 2 of the 4 charges. Now, a lot of people feel some type of way. Some people saw the released footage of Jonathan Majors running away from his girlfriend, which I think is worth watching.
Blocks.
Because...
Bro, that was
she
not,
chased him down in heels like a Terminator.
That was not running away. That was a whole ass marathon. This was a chase you see in movies where they're running, they be jumping over fences and stuff like that, and you're like, where are they going? How long are they running? I can't run for that long. They've been running for that long.
So this is them in a car. Allegedly, they're essentially fighting over his phone because she claims she saw text from another woman.
So she took his phone and is trying to put him to the phone back. Anyways.
So this is them fighting. And then you see him walking away.
Oh, give me that. He's dead.
He yanks her off.
Oh, give me that.
Him, get away from me. And he starts hightailing it. And he puts her off and he runs. And she chases him.
Goddamn.
He's out there. He's not even.
She's chasing him.
She's
give me that phone
that
back. Who's that whore? I thought I was supposed to be your Michelle Obama.
Nah, he's out.
Is this what Barack is doing to his girl? And she's running. She's not giving up.
Blocks, bro.
Listen, if people fought for their marriage the way she's chasing after him, I think nobody can get divorced. She see oncoming traffic. She said, "I love you, nigga." She said that word. Is that in the audio? No, but I just want to believe she did.
She's turning in a corner.
Hey, there's some little rental bikes. You know what I'm saying?
Another block.
Oh wait, there's more. The video keeps going.
Yeah, no, it's long. It's very long.
She chasing.
It's very.
Have you seen the video before, bro?
Nah, this I've seen it.
I didn't. Nah, I thought from that one clip it was just him like running from the block, but I didn't know it was.
It was that's a long block. I mean, that's like bad blocks, and you know Manhattan blocks is kind of, you feel me? So yeah, that boy was out. He was out. You're not checking my phone today, like.
She chasing.
Crazy.
And this is where a lot of the contention comes into play because people see that video and they're like, clearly this man is not the aggressor. Why was he found guilty? And let's read some of the charges. According to the criminal complaint, Majors hit Jabari's face, twisted her arm, and fractured her finger during a fight in a chauffeured car. That's the video that we saw. She provided video evidence or picture evidence. You can see some of the wounds behind her ear. You can see the bruising to her fingers. And so they're saying the evidence presented throughout this trial illustrated a cycle of psychological and emotional abuse and escalating patterns of coercion far too common across many intimate partner violence cases we see in every day, said Alvin Bragg in a statement. Today, a jury determined that pattern of abuse and coercion culminated with Mr. Majors assaulting and harassing his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Now, It's a bit of a loaded thing. It's not really what the charges say, but that's what the lawyer's going to say because he wants to make it seem like the biggest win, right? Because prosecutors got to do that whenever. So he was found not guilty, assault in the third degree, injury intentional. He was found not guilty of it being intentional, and he was found not guilty of aggravated harassment, second degree, intentional. Okay, what he was found guilty of was physical injury, reckless, and harassment of second degree. Intentional. So the difference between aggravated harassment and harassment is basically like one of them is a misdemeanor, which means like you're just getting a fine, versus one's actual criminal record, and it'll stay there. So aggravated harassment would be much more serious than harassment in the second degree. And the difference between the intentional assault in the third degree versus reckless is sometimes you can just engage in behavior that's seen as reckless and hurt somebody, but they don't think it's premeditated or with intention to hurt the other person. So, for example, let's say you bump into somebody while you're running down the street and you hurt them severely as you're running, you push right through them. That could be seen depending on like the person being old and different things like that, and how you should have known better than to just run through the street and bulldoze over people like that. That could be seen as reckless. That's what he was found guilty of. Okay. So it doesn't really follow with the statement.
On the street and you just lose everything because you
accidentally bump somebody and then they lose a damn leg.
It did cost him his job. The MCU fired him right afterwards, or Disney did. It's cost him all his acting gigs, all of his commercials. So this dude was a rising star. Everybody's looking out for him. And now his career is pretty much over, dead in the water as of right now. So that's the consequence he suffered. Yeah, I don't think he did it. I just think he's got bad lawyers.
You think?
They were essentially trying to paint him as like some good man who wouldn't do this kind of stuff. And I'm like, if you'd just gone the self-defense route, I don't think you would have lost. I don't know why he was going through this route. I was like, nothing ever happened. And then like, then you see the pictures, like clearly she got hurt. And there was a tussle. There's no doubt about that. You can see it on camera. So, going that route was so stupid to me. It's like, if somebody takes your possession, by law, you're allowed to use force to get it back. Now, it has to be proportionate. But grabbing someone and pushing them away as you're grabbing back your phone, 100%. It doesn't change because that person is your girlfriend. It doesn't change because that person is your wife. If they grab something from you, you're allowed to physically grab them and push them off as you grab your stuff. The reckless thing, it's hard for even I'm the jury to find him not guilty of that because he clearly did hurt her.
Yeah.
And if you're not even going to make the affirmative defense of like, well, she had my possession and I was taking it back, then I can't give you the not guilty verdict because you did hurt her. You did. Yeah. You don't have an explanation for why. Right. You're claiming it didn't happen, but we can see the video and we can see the pictures. So you clearly did hurt her. If it's like this, you're running down the street. Mm-hmm. Okay, you run into an old woman recklessly, and then they ask you afterwards, after she gets injured, why did you do that? And you're like, I never did that. I can see you hurt the person. But if you say, no, there was a shooting down the block and I was running away, then the motive actually changes it. So it's the same injury, same circumstances. It becomes acceptable because there's a reason why you're bolting it down the street.
I'm still going to be guilty.
Exactly. Yeah. He didn't provide a good reason for why.
With the whole evidence, we see the finger turning purple, and the cut behind the ear is kind of deep.
It's deep.
You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel so far? Do you feel like a guilty verdict is worth it, or do you feel like it's still a stretch? Should he have lost everything for that? Because from the video, it looks like he's taking his phone. Mm-hmm. But then a lot happened inside the car that we didn't see.
Exactly.
Fully.
I mean, with that being said, they didn't show exactly what happened in the car, but we do see what happened behind your ear. And I don't know, it's because if I'm assuming that if you're trying to get your phone from somebody, you're just trying to pull it back. But if you're pulling the phone and for her to for the hand part, I can understand her hand get moved, but
the behind the ear, I don't get that. Where did that come from? What actually happened that made her... What had to happen to make the back of the ear get bruised up, cut like that? So I don't know, man. Bro, he lost commercials, TV shows, movies, roles, everything, bro. Because now people are thinking that he's an abuser, and you know how that go already. Black men abusive, you know what I'm saying? So it's tough.
Bro, just say self-defense. Yeah, maybe from a PR standpoint, it won't look like the best thing to your future career, but now you have a guilty charge on something you shouldn't have a guilty charge. Because if you think about it, right, the law doesn't change because the other person's your partner. It doesn't change because the other person's small, provided the injuries are proportionate. Now, if you'd have given her 2 black eyes and stomped out one of her legs, and okay, obviously that's not proportional. Then you're much more severe injuries. But the injuries were very consistent with people tussling over a phone.
I think-
and then with the video evidence of him running away and him basically saying, listen, this girl was trying to invade my privacy, whatever the fuck it might be, and I need to get away from her because she's taking my stuff. That's a defense that makes more sense to me. But just going to like, oh, he's a good man, he would never do this, she was actually abusive, that's stupid to me.
I think the thing that he was saying that he didn't do was the verbal abuse and the coercion and stuff like that. Because when he was saying, one evidence that they showed was the speech that he was giving her. It's like, yo, listen, I'm being great, I'm doing great stuff. I don't want you to come home and being drunk like that. Like, Michelle Obama wouldn't do this. They started naming up a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Comparison, hey.
All that people, all those people. It's like, no, I did not yell at her. Which in the evidence, I don't see that he was yelling. He was talking to his wife. Yeah, was he scolding her?
His wife?
His girl.
Okay.
His girl.
Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just don't want you to give the wife treatment to a girlfriend. It's different. Until you put a ring on it, don't be using certain terms, then you're gonna expect wife treatment from a girlfriend. Him talking about be my brush, did he put a ring on it? I don't think so.
Michelle, see, they go on a whole other spot, but it's a lot going on. So apparently, he's not even. I feel like what they're saying is right. He should have just went the self-defense way because it seems like he's not saying that he didn't take responsibility for fighting back for his damn stuff. All he's saying is that, yo, listen, from what I would picture saying, listen, I didn't tell her, or I didn't coerce her, or I didn't verbally abuse her. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of fighting for my property back or getting my property back, yeah, I put them hands. You know, yeah, I put them hands out. You feel me? Like, but shit, bro, that boy did greed, bro. Like, he's a boxer. So, you feel me? You really can't tussle with that. But nonetheless, though, I don't know. He lost everything. I hope it was not even really worth it to
Yeah, a phone.
Shit. Rather he had took the phone and break it. Take your phone and break it, but to take it and then run away, or to take it and doing all that tussling to the point where the fingers turning purple, cut behind the ear. The thing for me is the cut behind the ear. Like, how did it get there? Like, how is that there? You feel me? So, Jonathan Major, you was the GOAT, bro. You was gonna be in the top of the black actors, bro. You feel me? With Michael B. Jordan and Denzel, and that's how they seem.
Oh yeah, then they seen it as the next.
Yeah, the next. Yeah, like, so now you gotta build everything back up.
If they let you.
If they let you, man. Sheesh.
It's not fan, bro.
Yes.
Really.
Forget him on the podcast.
Facts. Jonathan, you don't know. We trying to hear your story. We trying to hear your story, man. You know what I'm saying? Pull up, slide through, edit. That's let's go. We'll be here for you whenever you're ready. For me, but in other news, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let me hear your thoughts on this though, for real. Do y'all think it was justified, or do y'all think shouldn't have been gotten that far, or do y'all think he deserved it? You know what I'm saying? Let us know down in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the bell on, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.